everyone. Perfect, perfect. Okay, hi. So we are early today, just to make sure that we are all set for the live. Okay, can. Um, Good day to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Wednesday, and I suppose it's a good time to discuss. Hello, Judy. Welcome. Alyssa has just joined. Alyssa, it feels different now seeing you in the live now that I've seen you in person as well. Hello, Alyssa, madam. Okay, hello, people. So, my screen at the back is blank. It's because I want to write down a few things to discuss with all of you, especially those of you who are taking your PSLE soon. Alyssa, it's your PSLE year, right? Your P6, right? Hello, Zelina. Welcome to you. Thank you for joining. Remember to like and share. Yeah, so Alyssa, it's your PSLE year. That's perfect. I am confident. Oh, thank you for the gift. I am confident that you are ready for your. The photos look so weird because I was so tired. Where have you been, Alyssa? Before you drop by to take the goodie bag, you went somewhere, huh? We were very tired. You didn't look bad. You were very cute. We were all so happy to see you finally in person. Okay, welcome to those of you who rushed home after school. So you just came from school. Tough day, huh? Tough day. Hello, Tiara, who just joined. Welcome to everyone. So, I want to quickly discuss people of the world, Jasper and Shin. Hello and user many numbers. So welcome to those of you. Remember to follow us if you haven't yet, people of the world. Thank you so much. Hello, Kai. Very energetic Kai. Hello, Kai. We miss you, Kai. Didn't even eat cause it took so long to go. Oh yeah, it's quite fun, no, Alyssa. Thank you for really taking time to come down, huh? Princess Diane, welcome to you. Okay. Now, Alyssa, let's go through a few things I would miss you guys too. So cute, you Kai, huh? Ewa Banun, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, people of the world, before I start today's work, we are doing Nanhua 2022 prelim examination, strengthening your grammar skills and your vocabulary skills. And of course, today I'm gonna add one more thing, some tips for PSLE composition writing, and I can give you tips for oral as well. Now, whether we want it at the beginning or at the end, we shall see. I suppose we put it at the end. Let me discuss a few tips for you since the examinations are really coming up. Yeah, but you all have to be strong. Juliana Chan, hello, welcome to you. Thanks for joining, strong people of the world. Okay. So, oh, Virgo Adriana H just joined. Welcome to all of you people. Thank you for coming in today, for tuning into the live. Actually, Amir Matin just joined. Hello, Amir. Welcome to you, Amir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now, a few discussions of PSLE, since this is the very examination that's happening soon, and I understand that secondary students have already started with their O levels as well, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now let me discuss some composition tips first. Okay, let's start with composition. Now, first things first, time management. So, Alyssa, since you are there, how much time do you have for paper one? Do you know? For paper one, you will be given how much time? 1 hour and how much? 45 minutes. 45 minutes total, is it? That means to say combine both your situational writing and your composition writing. You are given how much time? 1 hour and for the compo only, correct? So when you sit for your PSLE paper one, both situational writing and composition writing, you have a total of 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, how are you going to spend this time for your composition. How will you manage my time, teacher? How am I going to go through it? 1 hour, you were very close. It's 1 hour and 10 minutes. Yeah. Now, how to divide this time to make sure that you are making the most out of it for both situational writing and continuous writing. So first things first, remember the weightage of your work. So your situational writing is 15 marks, and of course your composition writing is 40 marks. Okay. Situational writing, I always tell my students, first things first, it's something that you can easily perfect. Yeah. Meaning it's because from the text given to you or from the stimulus given to you, there are already information there that you need. What you are tested for situational writing is number one, how good you are in finding the information that they need from you, and number two, how good you are in combining the information in correct grammatical sentences. Okay, so situational writing, you are correct, Alyssa. At most, you can do 10 to, I would say, 15 minutes. Okay, if you can do it less than 15, please do so. But 15, that means max, max, max. Spend that 15 minutes on it. That means to say, let's just say maximum you spent 15 minutes to do it. Okay, because different students have different pace for situational writing. Let's just say you took on 15 minutes maximum. You are essentially left with 55 minutes for your you're essentially left with 55 minutes for your composition writing. So that means to say, with your 55 minutes, how are you going to handle it? Okay, I always tell my students 5 minutes to make sure you unpack the question. You unpack the compo question, choose your picture, decide on what story you want to do. So the 5 minutes goes to the unpacking and the planning. Okay, please do not let it go. You have to plan your work. Whether you're a strong writer or you're a writer, you think you're not strong enough, it doesn't matter what kind of writer you are, you have to plan. So by the time you write your composition, you already have a structure. You don't need to stop in the middle of it thinking that, what do I write next? You don't need to, because you've already planned it out. And the most important reason why I tell my students to always plan, it's because from the planning alone, you should already know whether your composition as a whole is actually talking about the composition question, and whether you have a lot of opportunities to use your picture. That's the main goal. Plan because you want to structure your whole story ahead, and plan because you want to know whether the story you want to write is within the composition topic and you have opportunities to use your picture. Once you are sure of these two, proceed to write your composition. Then you don't need to worry about, oh my God, I'm actually not talking about the composition question. Let me change. And then you wasted already 5 to 10 minutes. Now, do I plan in detail? Alyssa, good question. Plan, you can always plan quickly as long as you adapt a story that you are already certain and you've already written before. That's why I always tell my students, Alyssa, master a selected number of stories. Okay, master a selected number of stories that covers many different topics. So for example, SS, do we plan on our heads to just make a small rough flowchart? SS, when I say plan, must write, huh? It has to be written. I think you have to erase. um, when I say plan, write the plan so you can always refer to it. Now, Alyssa, you're asking, do I plan in detail? No need. If you can plan roughly, that means to say, know how many paragraphs. It should look, I show you how your planning should look like, right? Should look like this. Teacher, I plan to write 7 paragraphs. That means to say every paragraph, you can perhaps decide what's the main action. What's the main place, action, and feelings. The most important for me is the main action that happens there. So 1 to 2 lines, no need to spell things even correctly, no need to be complete sentences. The planning is for your eyes only. They don't mark your planning, huh? You don't get marks for your planning, correct? So the planning should be rough, incomplete sentences, keywords only, as long as you are certain that The story is there. You know what happens in the next paragraph. You know that we are within the topic. So for example, I show you now, huh? Ozil, Alyssa, SS, hello. So when I say, for example, oh, teacher, my compo question is a competition. So my characters are, I have Alyssa and mother, Alyssa's mother. So I'm gonna write about a running competition, okay? Or I'm gonna write about, for example, Alyssa, paragraph one, backstage, okay? Backstage, preparing, preparing. Then I would say, hold on, nervous, okay? Then paragraph two, I'm gonna go and say, you went out to the stadium. Mhm. Maybe paragraph two, you overheard, overheard your competitors talking, trying to talking about you, saying bad things about you, but you didn't allow it to move you. Then paragraph three, start of race. Maybe the climax is when you tripped and fell. Tripped and fell. And then here at this part, mother encouraged. Mother shouted, you saw mother, and then you stood, stood, and then you ran, and then you won. Perhaps now this is a very common story. A way for me to elevate this very common trip and fall story, right? I will put a I will put a revelation in the end that you are wearing a prosthetic leg. So I'm putting a flashback here to reveal that you're wearing a prosthetic leg and you lost you lost a limb before from an accident, and so you eventually um, tried your best to go back to running even after the accident. So when you are aware of what story to write, use a story that you've already written before. Make sure you practice a set of stories ahead of time, and then the planning should be fast. Okay, from here, please, before you proceed to writing the composition, make sure you think about your compo topic. Like, can I use the keywords of my compo topic in how many paragraphs? Okay, I can use it here. I can talk about it here. I can talk about it here. How about my picture? Oh, teacher, my picture, I can use it. Let's say the picture is the trophy. Trophy, I can see it at the beginning. I can think about it in the middle. I can have it in the end. Oh, okay. So I'm certain I can use my picture many times. I'm certain this is talking about my topic. I am ready to write. You get what I mean? Uh-huh. So that's the first thing, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to spend 5 minutes or less unpacking your question, choosing your picture, deciding what story to write, and planning it out. The planning should be fast. Use keywords. Decide the main actions and feelings for each paragraph. That's it. Okay? And then after that, how much time do you have to write? Of course, you will have around 45 minutes to write your composition. And what's the last 5 minutes, people of the world? What to use your last 5 minutes for? 5 minutes to what? Check. What I always tell my students, Alyssa, is imagine you are the first person to mark your composition. Never allow anyone to mark your work unless you have marked it first. Imagine you're the first marker. Read through your work. How to check. Okay, this one very important, Jermaine. This could be a highlight later. Now, so manage your time well. Make sure you check your work. Okay. Now, how to check your compo. Okay, teacher, do I read it? Do I point? Okay, so two important things that I tell my students on how to properly check. First things first, read it and read it out loud. Not so loud, don't shout. No, everyone don't need to hear your voice. Yeah, read it loud enough for you to hear your voice. Okay, so sometimes if you read it silently, there are some words that are misspelled that you won't even notice they're misspelled. It's because the way your brain reads words, your brain only processes the beginning and the last letter. Yeah? So sometimes reading silently, you may not notice some spelling errors. Okay, so when you check, mumble and point. Okay, use a pen or use your writing, use the thing that you use to write. Okay, mumble, make sure you hear yourself, mumble and point, and then go through your work. Be the first marker of your work. Look out for what things. So mumble, make sure you look for spelling errors, of course. Number two, make sure you look out for point of view errors. Later ha, you are the main character, I. Or for example, my main character is Alisa, 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 and then in the middle of your work, suddenly you became the main character. Okay? Check your point of view, check your spelling, of course, check your punctuation. And finally, make sure that you have used the keywords of your composition question and that you have used your picture many times in your story. Okay? So these are a couple of things that you need to do. Mumble and point when checking your work. Look out for spelling errors, punctuation, be the first marker of your paper. Point of view errors, is it consistent all throughout? Have I used my keywords, composition question keywords, and have I used and described accurately my chosen picture for the examination? All right? Okay. So please make sure you know how to check. Merely just reading silently might not help. If you want to make the most of your editing and checking, mumble and point. All right? Okay, a random question, sure. Do you have any tips for descriptive writing? Okay, descriptive writing SS. Tips as in, can you specify your question? As in descriptive writing just in general, is it? Hello, strong player. Welcome to you. Now, SS, one quick tip. You are what level ha? I need to know the context so I know I'm giving you the right tip, you see. Hello, Gab the good. Okay, hello, strong player 91. Welcome to you, people of the world. Can I tongue school papers? Yeah, third person descriptive. Third person descriptive. Okay, SS. Are you talking about examination descriptive writing? Are you in PSL? Oh, Sec 1. I see descriptive writing. Okay. Okay, good. Now you specified you're currently in Sec 1 and you're talking about descriptive writing, okay? And third person. Because you are planning towards essay writing, I have a bit of a difference in my tip for you, okay? Since you are in Sec 1, I'm happy you're asking the question. Better to train yourself as early as now. So remember, SS, you'll most likely have to be good at 6 different essay types to make sure that you are ready for your examination at the end of your secondary life, correct? Now, the most important thing I am going to teach you right now, SS, is number 1, make sure that you are familiar with the 6 essay genres. 6 essay genres that I need you to be able to master, okay? Familiarize. Number 2 is learn structures, okay? Yeah, argumentative, right? You have argumentative, you have descriptive, you have narrative, you have expository, yeah? So you have to at least know what the 6 genres are. I don't need you to master them all immediately. I just need you to be aware what the six genres that you need to be good at. The moment you know that, at least start learning the structure. There is a structure that you can follow per paragraph, per essay type, yeah? For example, for argumentative, my first paragraph has to have a thesis statement. Then my second paragraph has to be a supporting argument, yeah? So there is a structure, start building it. Your school teachers may be able to teach you that. Writers at work, we have structures that we teach our students on how to build their essay according to the genre of the essay. And number 3, very importantly, people, especially for secondary students, now that you are dealing with 6 different genres, you need a very strong build your story bank, okay? Build a story bank, and evidence bank. Okay. Hello, Iman. Welcome to you. So when I say build a story bank and an evidence bank, you need to start learning and mastering and rewriting selected essay types that you may need to adapt during examinations. Trust me, when you're able to curate selected stories and essays and you practice adapting them to different essay questions, it can be greatly helpful for you during examination. This is how we train students because at the end of the day, the teacher, can I not write from scratch during examinations? Technically, there's no such thing as writing from scratch during examinations. When you sit down for examination, you force yourself to pull in everything that you've learned in school, everything that you've learned from your friends, from your parents, from your tuition classes. You always do that when you produce something, a piece of writing. And what we do here in Writers of Work is we made an effective system around that kind of writing. So learn your 6 genres. Remember to follow a structure when writing a specific essay and build a story bank and an evidence bank. So as early as now, SS, please start curating a set of essay stories and essays that you want to continue mastering and rewriting and learning. So that you can always use it and adapt it during examinations. Can? All right. We are all ready, ha, people. I can write horror story for PSLE. Ha, Alyssa, ha. Be careful with horror story, ha. Okay, thank you so much, Jer. No problem, SS. Now, Alyssa, ha. I'm telling you, be careful with writing. Just write a story that you're good at. But of course, what I always tell my students is be careful with very sensitive topics. Okay. At the end of the day, think about the person marking your work. That's what I always tell my students. Are there any summary writing tips? I just finished my English WA3. Iman! Okay, summary writing. I want to give all my tips now, people of the world. Now, summary writing. Don't worry, Iman. I will save it for another live. Let me prepare for it. Actually, let me share it on my next live this Friday. I'll give you some summary writing tips, yeah? I'll give you the 5-step process I teach my students, my secondary students here in Writers at Work when they deal with summary writing. Usually, I always term this, can I use this word? It's letter K. I usually call the summary writing a killer section, and the marks that you may lose for summary writing is something that may pull down your grade. So I'll teach you some of the tips this coming Friday. Yeah? Okay, people, let's start. Are we all ready? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you have all started to give me your answers. John has been able to stay focused in class, has not been able to stay focused in class recently. The loss of his pet has serious effect blank his mood. So it's a preposition that pairs with effect, okay? We're looking for something that indicates that something is influencing or changing something else. It has an effect. Okay, Alyssa says 4, Ozil 5. Hello, Ozil 505. You say 4. Boot heels left eyebrow. Hello, boot heels left eyebrow. I love how specific your name is. Okay. Number 4, we're starting very strong and we're starting very easy. You are Emma Mar. Hello. You are all correct. It's number 4. Very good. Effect on is when something is influencing something or something is changing something. And in this context, it's the loss of its pet that actually influences John's mood. Okay, boot heels eyebrow. All right, people. Good start and easy start, I would say. Okay, let's move on to number 2. You all ready? Okay, now we're gonna go a bit faster. Okay, blank did the singer expect to receive such warm applause from the audience for her performance? She was pleasantly touched. Okay, this is a collocation. Do you remember, guys, what is a collocation? Okay, Iman is saying number 3, Ozil 5. You all seem to have to be in consensus. Anyone else? Hello, Gwyneth. Gwyneth, you have to tell me how to pronounce your name. Now, you all saying number 3. Give me one more answer. Anyone else who wants to try? before I proceed to reveal it, in the meantime, those of you already answered me, huh? What's a collocation? This one you need to master and continue mastering. Collocation is when you talk about words that always go together. Always go together. Idiomatic expressions, phrasal verbs, okay? Very common phrases, okay? Hello? He's up. Word that go together. Well done, Alyssa. You've been listening. Now, you all want to say, little did the singer expect. Well done. That is correct, people of the world. That's number 3. So the usual line, like they in a relationship where one cannot leave the other. You know how to define collocation very well. Hello, Rocksoft241. Thank you for liking. I hope you're also busy answering the question. Now, people always remember there is this line. It's a common line. Little did I know. Little did I expect. Little did little did she know, like that. So you use this line for something surprising now. So little did she expect. That means the singer was shocked. She was surprised that people applauded her performance. Okay. Now moving on. Number 3, people. A very easy question, huh? Question tag. Be strong. Very common question. Why did I choose this sound effect? Okay. Question tag. Question tag. I taking PSLE. Oh, Boot Hill's left eyebrow is taking also PSLE. Amir Matten. Give me your answer for number 3. Let's go. The class has decided to nominate Betty as the class monitress. She's helped many of us in the past months, blank. Said Jane. Okay. Now, Boot Hill's left eyebrow. Okay, Alyssa, very busy talking to Boot Hill, huh? Okay, number 3. What's the answer? Boot Hill said number 2. Okay, very good. You are looking out for the right things. Well done. She's is a contraction of what 2 words, people of the world? Is this she is, she was, she has? Tell me. It's a contraction of what 2 words? She's helped. Your clue is we see help, right? It's grammatically wrong to say she is helped. Actually, she is helped by someone also, cannot. Okay, but in the whole sentence, she's helped many of us in the past. Yes, very good, Ozil05. Well done to you. This is the short form for she has. Therefore, it gives you the idea that this is positive. Of course, we need the negative version of has here. And therefore, all we have to do is add the word not. And we have the negative version, which is number 2. Very good, people. Okay. Be very careful. Sometimes you answer very fast because you tell yourself, oh, this is question tag, teacher. This is very easy. I know how to answer it. And then you don't become so critical of the question anymore. But please, even if you are familiar with the question type, they may find different ways to trick you with this easy question and very familiar question type. So I still need you to give the same amount of focus that you give for all other questions. Okay? So break it down properly. Don't get so complacent. Thank you for the rose, Ozil05. Thanks so much. Okay, now, and number 4. Kaylee will read blank. She has the chance. She has been nicknamed Bookworm. Okay. Alyssa is asking, is nobody positive or negative? As in, I need to see how it's used in the sentence, Alyssa. Because normally, the negative that we use are the words that talks about the frequency of it. It's never, it's rarely, it's so that we normally, the context for the negative words are always words that talks about the frequency of something. Okay. Now, number 4. Okay, you are saying whenever. Are you sure, huh? Okay, so the context of saying here is that we want to say that she always, anytime she gets the opportunity, she will read. Okay, so whenever is that the one that tells us about the timing? Okay, correct. You are correct. That is number 4. Why can't we use however? However, we refer to it as the manner in which something is done, not the timing or frequency. Yeah, we are talking about how frequent that does Haley do it. We're talking about time and when, from the word when, huh? When gives you the clue that this one talks about time and frequency. So, however, is talking about contrast. Whereas also contrast. Wherever is what from the word where? Wherever what refers to what? People, people, people. Wherever, from the word where. Very good. Also 5 location and places. Good job. So since we're talking about how often Kelly do it, and she does it every time she gets the opportunity, we need the word whenever. Well done. Number 5, here we go. A very common question. The distractor. We call this a distractor. I'm doing my Chinese homework at the same time. Boot Hill, very. You still have a huge brain. You still have the energy to do so many things at the same time. I'm happy that you're still that energetic. Number 2, you're saying visits. Why? What's the main subject that we are referring to here, people of the world? What's the main subject? Alyssa went to say, as well as her brother, go bye bye. Okay, I like the explanation. Thank you. Okay, rocks off 241. Hello, Boom Slayer. Boom Slayer. Hello. Jane is the main subject. Well done. You see the double commas here. The double comma, that means to tell you whatever is in between is an additional. Additional info. Okay, that is not the main subject. The main subject that we are looking at is we are looking at Jane, people of the world. And so Jane is only one. Jane is singular. And of course, what are the keywords? Once again, be careful. You might be tested with 2 different things in one question. How do you determine the tense? What's the keyword? 2 words that tells you the tense of this question. 2 words helps you discover what the tense is this sentence using. People, Boom Slayer, I fail as a student. Not yet, Boom Slayer. If you think you failed, work harder after that. Every Saturday, good job, MMR. Every Saturday, that means if something is habitual, it's present tense. Good job. So that points you to number 2, singular present tense. Wow, wow, wow. You're all very smart. Let's go. Number 6, people. Number 6. Okay. My father will let my siblings and blank know if he is able to make it to our concert this evening. Very easy. Okay. Tell me your answer, but tell me what's the usual technique you use to make sure that you don't confuse I versus me, people. How do you not confuse it? Let's go. Give it a try. Boot Hill's left eyebrow says it's number 3. Oh, Ozil and Roxoff 241 also agreed to it. Who else? Who else? Who else? One more answer. How do you know it's me and not I? Okay. Cover let my sibling and I removed my siblings. Well done. Well done. Well done. I'm very proud of you, people. Okay, very proud. So when you are confused, what you can do is to cover the other subject. Okay. Father will let. Okay, let's just say your siblings are not part of the sentence. Just say it's you. Now you decide. Father will let I or father will let me. So of course that's how you know. The answer is father will let me. Now, Teacher Mitsuko, what if it's still confusing for me? What if I already canceled the other person? And it still sounds like it can be I or me. What do I do? What I usually tell my students is find the verb. Find the verb, okay? Will let, yeah? Sometimes I tell my students, you find the verb. Normally, if the blank is after the verb, then you are an object. Therefore, you use me. Now, if you are the blank is before the verb, you are the subject. That means you are the doer of the action. That means you use I. Okay. Well done, people of the world. That is a very good thing. Good job. Number 7. So far, all of you have been agreeing. All of you have been giving me a consensus. You all agree to the same answer. Very good. Let's see. Let's see. Now, I have to go buy something, BRB. Okay, we shall wait for you to be back, Alyssa, but we shall go on, okay? Now, John knew the plot of the story very well because he blanked the book before. How does he know the story very well? It must have been because, but what tense are we using here? This one is very easy. You have to know what tense. Boot Hill is saying had read. Let me see if all of you will still have the same answer for this number. Give it a try. Okay, Suchi. Is that how I pronounce your name? Emma Mar also agrees. Oh, all of you have the same answer. One more, one more. Let me see. Rocks off 2 for 1. Okay, why had red? Can you at least give me an explanation why you choose had red? why had why had red? Any explanation, or it just sounds correct, people? Give it a try. Give it a try. I'm not gonna pounce on you. Just want to see what's the rationale behind this answer. Just a good, just something good that you can always do. When you decide something, always try to tell yourself with your decision making, why did I decide to choose this? Okay, no justification, is it? Now, this type of tense is past perfect, correct? Past perfect tense. And there's always one thing that makes past perfect tense so easy to use. Every time you do a past perfect, had taken, had eaten, had read, had walked, okay? When you talk about past perfect tense, in the sentence there's always two past action. Action 1, and then immediately after action 1, action 2 happened. Where do you think is action 1 here? Where is action 1, people of the world? Can you tell me? If you can figure out what action 1 is, then it should be easy to know that this is past perfect tense, because there's action 1 in the past, and when that action is done, then action 2 happened in the past. Always two past actions for past perfect tense. Okay, where is action 1, huh? There's two actions here. Can you find where's action 1 for me? Because technically he had read, right? This is action 2. I don't know, this is action 1. Action 1 is always had plus past participle. And then action 2, once he finished reading, hello, I love tomatoes, I love tomatoes. Action 2, after he read, then he knew the story very well. Action 2. You see? Two past actions that happen one after the other. Past perfect tense. All right, let's move on to number 8, people. All the children are grouped together in this class. Blank their ability. Okay, this one very easy. What's the right answer? Think about it, people. Hello, Kaden the pigeon. Welcome to you. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, B-N-H. Welcome to all of you. Now, I shall put Mochi here to judge all of you while you are all trying to figure out the answer. Okay, people, give me your answers, please. Give it a try. What is the right answer? Boot heels left eyebrow is saying 4, regardless of. MMR and Rocks of 2 for 1 is agreeing. You are all. So that means to say you are saying that it does not. They were grouped, not discounting their capabilities, right? Their abilities. They're grouped accordingly, not according to their. It does not take their abilities into account. And to say that, we need to choose. You are correct. I am proud of you. Well done. It should be regardless of. Okay, so we did not. When the kids were grouped, their abilities were not taken into account. Okay, well done, people. Hello, May 1st. Welcome to you. Now, number 9, be strong. The number of, I shall have a very momentous pause here, because this is a commonly tested question and something that a lot of students always get wrongly, because they get confused whether the number of and a number of, which one is singular, which one is plural. Give it a try. Commonly tested topic. People, the number of people who have been scammed online, blank, increasing this year. Give it a try. I shall want to see how you answer this question, ladies and gentlemen. Kayla, hello. Kayla says it's number 4. MMR says number 2. Boot Hills left. 1 or 2. I see. So MMR says 2, confirm. Wow. Kayla says 1. Now there's no more consensus. So this may be quite of a challenging question. Okay, so think about it. I need you to really understand the meaning of the number of and a number of for you to get this answer correctly. When you talk about the number of people, you are talking about one single unit. You're talking about the general number. Okay, so the number of is singular. Now, I think did you teach this before? Yes, for sure, for sure. So do keep in mind when you say the number of people, it doesn't matter if it's many or less. We're just talking about the one whole number of these people. That's why it's always singular. Now, when you say a number of people, that means to say it's several. That's why this one is always plural. Okay, so a number of you have learned from this live, I would say, right? So I'm saying several, a few of you like that, several, so more than one, it's always plural. But you say the number of the TikTok followers of Writers of Work has grown, for example. So when you say the number of, you're basically talking about the whole general number as a whole, one unit. So it's always singular, okay? Number two is the keywords this year tells you the tense, okay? This year tells you that it's still present tense, so 3 and 4 is out of the picture. So the answer, very good. Boot heel, left eyebrow, it's number 1. The number of talks about the group as one unit, so it's singular. Okay, good job, ladies and gentlemen, and so be strong. We are in the last number of our grammar questions. Okay, now Kevin helped his mother blank the groceries from the market. Okay, now a very commonly tested question once again, and we have a specific name for this question. Do you remember? 1-1. Very good, Emma Ma. Well done. Very proud of you. This is VNV question. VNV meaning they give you a certain pattern. Helped, that's a verb. His mother is a noun, and then give you another verb. And the second verb, most of the time, is always either base form or present participle, as in the ing. Okay, now helped his mother. So when to know whether you use base form or ing, you use ing if it's an ongoing, if they give you keywords that it has to be an ongoing task. Nonetheless, it's always base form. Good job. That's number 1. Yes, very good, people of the world. Well done. Okay, now moving on to, yeah, we are now on your vocabulary. Okay, let us see. Let's learn more words so that we are perfectly ready and we are exposed. The goal for vocab is to expose you to these words and phrases until they're easier for you to understand. Okay, oh no, I'm bad at vocab. Then all the more, Kayla, that we practice vocabulary until you are confident to say that, oh, my vocab is not too bad. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome to those of you who have joined. Let's learn together. Number 1 for vocab. Okay, my house is under renovation. We have to blanket my grandmother's house during this period. We have here a set of phrasal verbs. You see, when they give you the same verb, but when it's paired up with a different preposition, it takes a different meaning. Now, I will teach you what these phrasal verbs mean, definitely. But of course, you have to give it a try first and see if you can discover what's the answer for this question. Okay, my WA is in 2 weeks. Ha, Suchi, okay, that's good. It's good that you are revising now. You still have 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I know it's close, but you still have time. So sacrifice a little bit, rejoice after your WA. For now, revise and revise, okay? Ozil is saying teacher is number 4, okay? Anyone else who wants to give me a try? That's 2 minus 1. Must also give me a math problem. That's before I know what your answer is, huh? So that's answer is 1, 1. I will guess 1. I see May 1st is also also saying number one. I see what you are trying there. Okay, now let me give you the meaning and let's see if you are able to if you want to reconsider your action, your answer. What I mean action. Okay, when you put across something, that means you want to communicate or you want to convey something. So, for example, I say, um, I will use this word to put my message across. Okay, so put across means you want to communicate. To communicate or convey an idea effectively. Okay, so put the message across like that. Okay, now put down is quite easy. I suppose you are all familiar of this phrasal verb. Put down in a very literal sense is you put something on the surface, right? But on another way to use put down is to put someone down when you criticize them and you make them feel less of you make them feel less. You criticize someone, that's put down. Okay, you criticize someone, or you put place something na place something on a surface. Okay, that one pretty easy and straightforward. I hope this is a familiar phrasal verb to you. Put away is um put away, very easy. You store something in its proper place. Put away the dishes. Yeah, proper place. And of course, put up can have two meanings. I think some of you are very familiar with one of the meaning. Let's say when I say, Emma Marha, I cannot put up with you anymore. Okay, or I cannot put up with that attitude. Please, please get away from here, like that. Okay, if you cannot put up with something, that means you cannot tolerate it. But people, in this context, it could also actually mean to stay. Okay, to stay or lodge somewhere temporarily. Not the most common use of put up, but that is one of the meanings of put up. You stay somewhere temporarily. And I guess it's pretty obvious to all of you that number one is the correct answer. Very good, very good. Okay, put up. Well done. Okay, number 12, let's go, let's go. The students worked blank together for the social studies project without any disagreement. No disagreement. Very peaceful, huh? Very peaceful. What's the word? What's the right adverb here, people? Foothills, left eyebrow. Wow, I guessed correctly. And the next time you encounter the same phrasal verbs, it's no longer guessing Boothill because now you know the meanings of the phrasal verbs. That's the importance of always practicing. Yeah? Now, okay, Kayla is saying number two, maybe number one also. Okay, Now, the keywords you should see here is you need the most accurate word to convey that they work together without disagreement. So they work together peacefully, okay? They work together peacefully. So what's the word for it? Yeah, what's the word for it? So amicably means friendly, so it's number one. I see, good job that you know. When something is done amicably, okay, that is done in a friendly and peaceful manner. In a friendly manner. And because that's the word we're looking for, to say that they work together without having any arguments, that is correct. Number one is the right answer. Well done, well done, well done. Now, coherently, when something is currently, you can say, okay, you can say that they worked coherently. But if you use that word, that means to say you want to emphasize that they worked in a logical and consistent way. So it's grammatically correct to say, oh, you're working together coherently. But then the word we're looking for is a word that emphasizes that they worked without arguments. Okay, so it's not the precise word to use. Deliberately is when you do something with intention. Okay, worked with intention or purpose. Okay, and of course simultaneously is worked at the same time. at the same time. Okay, so while these words can be used in the sentence, these are not the ones that describes how peacefully they worked together as a team. So the word is number one, amicably. All right. Now, number 13, people, let's go, let's go. The official checked my identity card to blank the information that I had provided before allowing me to take part in the competition. Quite a long question. I need you to take some time to take it in. Okay, May 1st says it's number one. Ozil says number two. Boot Hills left eyebrow says two. Kayla says one. Verify, rectify. Okay, modify, classify. Some of the words are familiar, no? But let's go through. I will give. Oh, say so. All of you now says you want number one. Is it to verify? What does it mean when you're verifying something? When you verify, you want to confirm, right? To confirm or validate. Okay, you want to validate the accuracy. Make sure that something is correct, something is in order of something. Now, is this what the official is trying to do? Correct. You're not doing anything wrong. He really just wanted to see your identity card just to make sure that whatever you said your name is accurate. So to check the accuracy of something, you verify. Okay, that's the word. Well done. Okay, but teacher, why can't I use rectify? When you're rectifying something, you rectify an error, you rectify a problem, you're trying to correct. Okay, you rectifying means to correct something that is wrong. Correct something that is wrong. Is there something wrong in the sentence? No, you did not do anything wrong in the question. The officer just wanted to check if whatever you shared was accurate. Okay, there was nothing wrong that needs fixing. So rectifying is solving, fixing, correcting. Yeah. Modify means you change, right? So modify, to change. Okay, to change something. And of course, classify means you categorize. Okay, you categorize. You put them into different classes or different groups according to how you want to put them together. All right, good job. Now, number 14, let's see. Search and rescue teams plowed through the blank after the earthquake in search of survivors. Number one, refuse, rubble, remains, fragments. Words that are almost very close to each other in meaning, so I need you to be careful in your choices. I see number two, 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 two. Now, you all say rubble, is it? Rubble. Wow, wow, wow. I am thoroughly impressed. Okay, you want to talk about the broken pieces of stones, bricks, or concrete resulting from collapse of building. The very specific word for that is rubble. Okay, so the clue here that there's an earthquake that just happened, right? They plowed through something. So there must have been, if you're looking for really accurate word, we're looking for like, broken pieces. The buildings must have, or some fences or buildings must have broken down. So there's pieces of stones and bricks down or concrete. So the word for that is actually rubble. Now, refuse. What's the difference between refuse and refuse? This is very common. One word is pronounced differently when you pronounce it as a verb and as a noun. Wow, okay. There are words like this that is actually spelled the same way, but it's the noun or the verb. How do you know the pronunciation difference? Usually the verb is, the stressing is here in the second syllable if it's a verb, and then the stressing is in the first syllable if it's a noun. So refuse, refuse. What are the other words that works the same way as this? Do you know? I can give you an example. Record, record. Right. What else? What else? Do you know other words for this? Record, record, refuse, refuse. There's many more words that are like this. Let me see if I can remember another word I can tell you, but there's quite a lot of words that works the same way as this one. It's spelled the same way, but pronounced, this is stressed differently for verb and noun. Okay. Now, rubble means concrete. Okay, remains, right? Remains are like leftovers. While the remains can be chosen as the correct answer, it's very general. Okay. Remains can be from various things. Remains can be the remains of the body parts, right? Remains can be from various things. Remains of the food, correct? So it's not very specific. Fragments, once again, also very general. Okay, so the problem with remains and fragments, they're very general terms, but rubble, however, is very specific to the sentence. Well done. So number 2, people, good job. Okay, now moving on, be strong. Last number for this section. Now, the judge blanked the woman of theft due to the lack of evidence and released her immediately. So that means there was a lack of evidence and she was released immediately. Therefore, the judge, what? What do you think? Emma Ma, okay, Kayla says number 3. Convicted the woman of theft due to lack of evidence and released her immediately. I'll give it a try. If you don't know, it's fine. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. Okay. No judgment of whatever you choose to answer. Okay. We have 2. We have 3. All right. Perfect. Thank you for trying. Okay. So let's break down the question first. So we're talking about what the judge did to the woman. Okay, so there was not enough evidence, okay, and she released her. So she was actually not jailed, okay? So that means to say the lack of evidence, there was not enough evidence to really prove that she stole something, okay? So we're looking for something wherein she was not found not guilty, huh? We're looking for a word that talks officially about a judge's decision when the judge decides that this person is not guilty, okay? So she's not guilty. Convicted means found guilty. Correct, Emma Mar. Proud of you. Yes. When you are convicted of something, you are actually found guilty. So this is not the answer. You're found guilty. Okay, convicted of theft. Okay, you're found guilty. However, we're looking for the word that says she was not found guilty. Okay. Now, when someone condones your action, so for example, I go and say, hey, don't condone her action. Tell her it's wrong. So that means if you condone, right, you allow it to happen. Okay. So you allow it to happen, but that's not the case here. To overlook. To overlook or disregard an offense. Okay. So technically there was no offense here because no one can provide evidence that the theft really happened. So condoning is not the right word. Okay, so now we're left between freed and acquitted. They're very close to each other, but when you talk about the official word that is actually used for when a judge declares someone not guilty of a crime, the official word is actually acquitted. Good job. When you're acquitted, it means declared not guilty. Declared not guilty. Okay. Now, teacher, why can't we use free? She's free what? Okay. When you just use the word freed, right, it could mean that she was just released from custody. It does not specifically indicate the legal action of telling you officially that you're not guilty. It just means, for example, you're on bail. Okay. So the most accurate answer, the legal word for it is actually acquitted. All right, well done. You have learned new words today. Welcome back, Alyssa. You have all been very strong for this vocabulary section. What we are going to now is, let's do a quick fire round of editing, ladies and gentlemen. Reminding you to please follow us if you haven't yet, so it's easier for you to get notified when we are live. People, also tell your friends and like and share if you haven't yet, people of the world. Ooh, we're already in 7.3K likes. Hopefully we reach around 10, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's do a quick fire round of editing and see how fast and of course how accurate you can do. It doesn't matter how fast you are if all your answers are wrong, yeah? Okay, so The editing passage today is actually not too hard, so it should be good and easy, people. Let's give it a try, huh? Let's give it a try. Now, I was daydreaming in my room. Okay, let's go. Let's go number by number. I see that you're already giving me your answer. I was daydreaming in my room instead of preparing for my examination. I hope you don't do this for your examinations, huh? Feeling frustrated. Okay, this is obviously a spelling error. Okay, how to spell the word frustrated? I see. Frustrated first, huh, people? Very excited. Um, Alyssa and Ozil has given their spelling of frustrated. Okay, I see. I see. Double up. Frustrated. Well done. F frustrated. Good job. Feeling frustrated, I decided to look for my father to sought advice. Now, sought is spelled properly, but sought is past tense. Remember when you have the word to is always followed by base form. What is the base form of sought, people? This is grammatical error. What is the base form of sought? Well done! Well done! Seek, to seek advice. Seek, sought. Fight, fought. Okay? Bring, brought. Well done. To seek advice. To is always followed by base form. Now, in the living room, ladies and gentlemen, I saw my father engrossed. We're looking for the spelling, the right spelling of the word engrossed. When you are so focused, all of your attention is just directed to one thing. Your father was so engrossed in his reading. How do you spell the word engrossed? Okay, give it a try. Give it a try. When you're so engrossed in something, right? You're just into it. Everything else doesn't matter. All your focus is directed to one thing. How to spell it? How to spell it? Give it a try. Enjoy the live follow-up. Thank you. I'm waiting for the spelling of the word engrossed. Engrossed. What do you call it? The horse. And they put something here so that the horse is just directed to one specific direction. Engrossed. You're engrossed. I'm so engrossed at doing the live. Like that. Focused. Extremely focused on something. Now no one's giving me the spelling of engrossed. Give it a try, people. Give it a try. I shall wait and give myself a quick break. Touch the lava lamp for some warmth. Oh, you don't see the lava lamp. I'll show it to you guys. People. Now you see the lava lamp and it's lava. Spelling of Ozil 05. I see. That's how we spell engrossed, is it? I need one more person to see if you're all agreeing to the same spelling of engrossed. Let me see. Everyone, anyone else? You are correct with the first three letters, but is it really double S, people? Is it a double S? Are we sure of that? Also, it's in past tense. The wrong spelling given to you is in past tense. Do not change the tense. When the error is spelling, just correct the spelling. Okay, Boot Hills left eyebrow agreed to Ozil 05. Spelling very good. It's double S, and if it's past tense, keep it past tense, especially if you are correcting a spelling error. Well done. Okay, I contemplated. Okay, by the way, I forgot to tell you before starting this editing section. This passage is very, very beautiful. You will learn a lesson from the Father in this passage. So, on top of correcting the answers, please listen to the story very carefully. It's very wonderful. Okay, now, so in the living room, I saw my father engrossed in his reading. I contemplated if I should disturb him. After a brief hesitate is spelled correctly, just in the wrong word form. It's a grammar error. You need to correct the word form. Convert hesitate to a noun. So this is a verb. I need the noun version. Ozil and MMR is saying it's hesitation. I see. So you're converting it to ION as the noun version of hesitate. Good job. It's actually correct. Hesitation. Okay. Now, after a brief hesitation, I asked, Dad, I have not been able to concentrate on my studies. So, the author or the writer actually decided to be honest with his or her father. Okay, so okay, so he chose to be honest. They say, Dad, I have trouble concentrating on my studies. Okay, let's see how dad responds to this honesty. Yeah, concentrate. How to spell? This is a spelling error, ladies and gentlemen. Suchi has given me. Ozil. How about you, Emma Marwa? How do you spell concentrate? CON. That's pretty easy. But send, do we need S or not? Concentrate does not need a letter S. Very good. Boot heels left eyebrow. Concentrate. Again, concentrate. It does not say concentrates. Just correct the spelling. Don't change singular to plural or the tense. Well done. Now, this is the wonderful part. Listen carefully to how the father responds to the child's worries. Yeah, father looked up and then signal. Okay, signal is spelled correctly. Now look at the tense being used. This is a test of tense. Yeah. So signaled. I see. I see. I see. Okay. Good job. We change it to past tense and signaled for me to go to the kitchen with him. Okay. How do you think the father would react when the child said, I have not been concentrating on my studies? Now, signaled for me to go to the kitchen. He said, let's do an experiment. You will be able to look at things from a different perspective after that. So the father's decision, he will answer the child not with a statement, but with an experiment, interestingly. How to spell perspective. One more person, give me one more spelling of perspective before I move on. How to spell, this is a spelling error, perspective. Interesting father, right? He did not just respond. He was saying, okay, I want you to see things differently by doing an experiment with you, okay? Now, everyone, one more person. Okay, MMR gave his spelling. Very good. Perspective. Sometimes some of the words are very daunting to spell. It's because it's long. But as long as you learn, for example, how to properly pronounce the word, that would help you learn to spell it. It does not apply all the time because, of course, sometimes some words are pronounced differently. You're silent, some letters are silent, but quite a lot of words are actually spelled the way they are spelled. And sometimes you just have to break them down into syllables. Perspective. Okay. Now, wow, this is skibidi. Now, moving on. Let's see what the experiment is. Okay. Father boiled some water in a pot. He then placed an egg, 2 tea leaves, and a potato into the water and told me to keep an eye on it. Okay. It is obviously spelled correctly, so this is a grammatical error. Do we say it, people? We are talking about egg. An egg, 2 tea leaves, and potato. There's more than one item, therefore we have to use the word. Is this P6 English? Yes, MK, this is P6 English. I'm going through Nanhua Paper Primary. Nanhua Paper Prelims 2022. Very good. We are talking about an egg, 2 tea leaves, and potato placed into the boiling water. This is plural, so we need to say them. Correct. Suchi, I'm P5. It's good. It's good that you're practicing P5 and P6 work. It's almost at the same level of difficulty. And if it's even harder, then it's good that you are exposing yourself to these kinds of questions already. Okay? After 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, he instructed me to peel the egg and potato and strain the leaves. That left me in utter bewilderment. How do you spell bewilderment, please? Okay. Give it a try, not knowing what his intention was. So do keep in mind the child expressed his worry to his father. Father, I have not been concentrating on my studies. And father's response was to do an experiment. He placed an egg, a potato, and 2 tea leaves in the boiling water. Let's see how father explains this experiment, huh? Spell bewilderment for me first, ladies and gentlemen. How to spell bewilderment? Okay, Ozil, May 1st. How about Emma Ma, Suchi, and very good, very good. You all know how to spell it. Bewilderment. This one's spelled exactly how it's pronounced. Bewilderment. Well done. So, now this is a wonderful part. People of the world, how Father explained the experiment. Listen carefully. Let's learn from this. Look at how Father, now Father is explaining, huh? Look at how the items have responded. Has responded different. We need an adverb here because we are modifying a verb, not a noun. We're describing a verb, not a noun. If you describe a noun, that's adjective, is correct, but we're describing a verb, okay? So we say differently. Well done. When you are modifying a verb, the verb is responded. You're describing how the action is being done. That means to say you need an adverb, the ly. So you need differently. So Father said, look at how the items have responded differently. The egg was soft, but it is now hard. The potato was hard, but is now soft. Wow. And the tea leaves, they have changed the color of the water. Now, my father then asked, when adversity calls, are you an egg, a potato, or tea leaves? Something to ponder on, right? Now, how to spell adversity? Adversity is problems arise when problems come. How to spell adversity? Emma Mar Ozil Such. Well done, well done. So first, adversity. Yeah. So, can I ask all of you people, when you encounter problems, are you an egg? Are you a potato? Or are you the tea leaf? I need you to think of that, yeah. Because these are all the possibilities. These are all the choices you have when you're facing difficulties and problems. It can be simple school issues. It could be simple relationship with your friends, or even home problems, but you always have a choice on how you want to deal with it. How the problem affects you, and how you choose to react is always on you. Yeah. Okay. Now, last question. Heard his words made me realize. Look at this. Heard his words made me realize that there are different responses that one could choose in difficult situations. I went back to my room all ready to put in my best effort in my studies. So nice. Okay, Suchi, hearing his words. So you are all saying this is a grammatical error, not a spelling error. Good job. It should be hearing. Well done. Wow, you have. Oh, Jarek the Noob. I saw Jarek the Noob just join. Hello, welcome to you. Tommy out of it. Also, welcome to you. All right, everyone. Now, let's move on to a bit more of a challenging section, but not too challenging, I would say. Let's go to your Compre close. I'm finally free to join the live. Yay, Caitlin, welcome to you. Okay, Caitlin is here to join us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Compre close. Practice makes perfect. Now, let's talk about dengue outbreak. Okay. You familiar with this, yeah? This one very common here. Now, Singapore is bracing itself for a major dengue outbreak. Okay. The numbers could rise blank higher than the current 19,000. Whoa, quite higher. 19,386 cases as the nation has entered its peak. Whoa. Okay, I highlight while I read. First, we answer the first question. The numbers could rise blank higher than. Clue, your clue is higher than. So it's already high. Okay? It's just getting higher. I need to think about that. The context is the numbers are actually already high, unfortunately, not a good news, but it's expected to go up even more. I see, I see, I see. I'm still waiting. Give it a try, give it a try. I see. Well done. The numbers could rise even higher than the current 19,386 cases as the nation has entered its peak dengue season from June to October. Blank to the warmer weather, the mosquitoes breed quickly and the virus multiplies. We're talking about the cause, okay? Blank to, it pairs with the word to, okay? Especially when you're talking about the cause or the reason for something. The reason why the mosquitoes breed quickly is because of the weather. So what's another way to say it? What's another way you say, well done? Due to the warmer weather. Good job. Okay, now, blank to the Ministry of Health, dengue is spread. Okay, we are talking about what the Ministry of Health said, okay, about this issue. So if you're quoting Ministry of Health, you go and say, what do you say? How do you say it when you want to quote what Ministry of Health has said or reported about dengue or shared about dengue? You're quoting, huh? Ministry of Health. What did it say? So, for example, the Ministry of Health shared something about it, and you want to share what Ministry of Health said. You say, very good, Marsha Boo, and welcome to you. Well done. According to, okay, well done. According to the Ministry of Health, dengue is spread blank the bite. Okay, how? How? So the question is spread how? So we're explaining the process of how it's spread. So it spread blank the bites of a female Aedes mosquito. Okay. How? We're looking for the right preposition. Good job. It spread through. Spread through the bites of a female mosquito. A mosquito blank infected with dengue after taking blood from a dengue infected person. Okay. A mosquito blank infected with dengue after, okay, taking blood from a dengue infected. So let's say, knock on wood, I am infected with the dengue, and then the mosquito flies here and sucks my blood. Okay, so now this mosquito blank infected. What's the word? I am dengue infected. Mosquito, this mosquito takes my blood. So now the mosquito blank infected. What's the word? Starts with a letter V. Starts with very good. That was quick, quick, quick. A mosquito becomes infected with dengue after taking blood from a dengue infected person. Okay. Now, it can then infect, okay? It can then infect other people after 8 to 12 days and blank on the disease for the rest of its 2-week span. Okay. Okay. It pairs with the word on. So if you have dengue, you can blank on the disease while you have it for 2 weeks. So dengue, have dengue. I can blank on the dengue to Mochi, and Mochi can blank on the dengue to Ronnie. So what do you do when you are infecting other people? Well done, well done, well done. You pass it on. Blank, there are 4 different types of dengue virus. Individuals can be infected with dengue up to 4 times because there's 4 different strains. Hello, teacher. Hello, Ash. Welcome, Ash. Where have you been, Ash? How come you just arrived? Okay. Ash. Okay, now we're talking about dengue. Now just so you May 1st is really bad. Very good. Okay. Understandable, Ash. Don't worry. Homework comes first. Well done. Ask. As there are four different types of dengue virus, individuals can be infected with dengue up to 4 times. Repeat infections increase the risk of blank dengue. Increase the risk of what? And in turn, fatality. Increase the risk of. This is so difficult. Hello, Dijang Online. You have just joined. Welcome to you. Now, getting good job getting dengue and in turn fatality. There have been 4 deaths blank for in 2022 pairs with the word far. How you guys know? Can you say having? Okay, Budhil, can you say having? The risk of no, it should be getting because when you have dengue, that does not tell you how you have it, right? But getting talks about the direction, right? The direction. So that more precise word is getting. Okay. Now there have been 4 deaths blank far in 2022. So as of writing, when this was written, it was still 2022. So the year was not done yet when they wrote this. So when they report the numbers, they have to say there's been 4 deaths blank far in 2022. There could be more, but we're not sure as of writing. So very good. You say so far. Well done. Moving on. The National Environment Agency has carried out around 389,000 inspections. That's a lot. Good job. In the first half of this year, blank 10,800 mosquito breeding habitats. Okay. When they did the inspection, what? This is a comma, huh? This is a comma. Very close, MMR. Very close. You're getting there. You're getting there. Not found. Because it will be grammatically incorrect to use the word found. But you're. Oh my goodness. Well done. Spotting. 10,800 mosquitoes breeding habitats. Okay. It noted that at least half of these breeding sites are found in homes. So I am telling you now, be very careful with stagnant water at home. And of course, this passage will teach you more things to make sure that you don't get these mosquitoes in your place. So listen carefully. Finding can. So let's talk about that. Has carried out 389,000 inspections this year, finding 10,800 mosquito breeding grounds. Oh, when you spot something and when you find something, is it the same? I shall consider, but I feel like there's still a subtle difference between finding and spotting. However, for now, let me write it down. I shall look into it and confirm whether I will accept this word when I'm back. Okay? Okay. Now, it noted that at least half of these breeding sites are found in homes. Homeowners are advised to use AIDS, blank mosquito traps, or larvicide. We are giving examples of the AIDS that they're talking about. Trap or larvicide. When you want to give an example, you use the word such as Dijang Online is 2 words. Every blank are 2 words. Every blank should only be 1 word, yeah? So while that could be grammatically correct, that cannot be the answer because we only need 1 word per blank. So the correct answer is like. Very good. So use aids like mosquito traps or larvicide to blank mosquito larvae before they reach the pupa stage. Okay, to what? To what? To, I cannot say the word. I cannot say the word, but of course I can show you the answer. This starts with letter K. What do we want to do to make sure that they don't spread this virus from people to people, from person to person? Very good, Suchi. Well done, people of the world. Good job, good job. Okay. Now, Professor Cook said Singaporeans could blank precautions such as wearing long sleeves, like what I'm doing at the moment, or applying mosquito repellent. Okay, this goes with the word precautions. Well done, MK. Welcome to you, and very good, very good, very good. Could take precautions. You take precautions, yeah? Spraying insecticide indoors is blank option, he added. Okay, it's another one. So if you want to add, you say is blank option. He already gave an option and then he's adding another one. So how does he say it? Spraying insecticide indoors is very good. Is another option. Okay, now additional, I wouldn't say so. It would be acceptable if you say is an additional. That means to say that it works, an additional. However, without the word an, another should be the best answer. Okay, there are places the mosquito likes to rest, so spraying those places can help to blank the population. What do you mean to say? To help to, very, very good. Reduce the population. Finally, you might consider installing anti-mosquito screens on windows like they do in Japan. Okay. Good job, people of the world. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things before I go. So it's 6:50. I want to talk about a few SOP that I need you to follow when you are doing paper two. So at the moment we are doing a paper two paper, right? So let me drop a few reminders for you when you are dealing with paper two. So first question, paper two, how much time do you have in total when you take this paper during PSLE? Do you know how much time you have? How much time do you have when you do paper two? I'm dropping some reminders now and some examination tips so that 50 minutes, very good. You actually have 1 hour and 50 minutes. Okay, so the first thing I always tell my students when you are practicing paper two, try to do full paper two drills in one sitting, and then make sure that you time yourself, just so we are certain that how much time do you actually take to do a full paper two? Do you actually take up the whole 1 hour and 50 minutes without managing to check? Or sometimes do you actually have so much time left when you try to do a full paper two? First things first, practice doing it in one sitting and time yourself. So at least you know how much time you take. Then you know what to do after that, okay? The next thing is, let's talk about comprehension close. No, comprehension open-ended. So when you do comprehension open-ended, what is the first thing that you do? Do you know? Do you read the passage? Do you immediately answer the question? Is there a process that you follow when you're dealing with comprehension open-ended? Read the passage. Read what? Ozil 05, read the questions. Yeah, the first thing I always tell my students is to first quickly read the questions. The reason being is the questions, at least when you are already familiar of the questions, the moment you read the passage, you will start finding the answers, okay? So I tell my students, read the questions, okay? Quickly read the questions, and then start making sure that you're annotating. Make sure, okay, first paragraph, it's 4 words, okay? It's 4 words. Tim was upset. I need you to underline keywords so you are reminded of the most important thing per question. So read the question and annotate, yeah? That's the first thing I tell. Read the questions, annotate keywords. Sometimes they ask you 4-word phrase. Then you forgot, you just suddenly wrote 3 words only. Then you lost the point. Yeah? So read the questions, annotate keywords. The moment you read the passage after, then you actually start finding answers. Yeah? So after that, you read the passage and then you start also annotating when you find answers. Okay? Read the passage. One tip I tell my students is after you read one full paragraph, do a quick summary just to quickly see if you understood the paragraph. Okay. And of course, number 3, you can proceed to answer the questions after reading the passage. But while you answer the question, make sure that you refer to your passage from time to time. Sometimes my problem with some students was that when they answer right, like, oh, it's okay, I don't need to refer, I remember what I read. Make sure it doesn't hurt to go back to the passage and take keywords from it. Okay, so when you answer, please take time to always refer to the passage. Yeah, don't just go and say true or false, especially when you're dealing with true or false questions, right? You always have to give evidence. If it's true, you cannot repeat the question. If it's true, you have to provide an evidence that it's true and you have to take it from the passage, right? If it's false, of course, you have to correct the wrong thing they gave you in the question and the correct answer is in the passage. Don't be lazy. The passage is there, it's given to you. Refer back to it. Take the keywords that are very important, okay? So that's one important thing. Finally, you have to know that there are actually very repetitive questions and comprehension open-ended. A lot of students always say, teacher, you cannot revise paper 2. They always tell, some of them believe, especially when they're very new to me in my class, they say, teacher, there's no way to revise for paper 2. The passage is always different during the examination. The grammar questions are different. It's not like what I do in my practice, it's not like it's the same question in the examination. True, you may be given a different passage, but the types of questions given to you are the same. When you know what types of questions are coming for you, there is a way for you to prepare for it. There is a way for you to know, oh, this type of question requires me to do these steps, right? So that brings you to the type of questions that you actually get, okay? There's quite a few. The most common ones are direct questions, wherein the answers are found straight from the passage. All you have to do is go there. So for example, they go and say, what is the color of the hair of boot heels left eyebrows dog? So the color is obviously can be found in the passage. They mentioned it there, so that's a direct question. The more challenging one is the inferential question. This one will require you a bit more of thinking because the answer is not mentioned directly in the passage, but they gave you hints and clues. So there is a level of inference or analysis required of you to answer. I give you a very simple example. Let's say they ask you, how did Ozil '05 feel? How did he feel in paragraph 2 of the passage? Now, when you went back to paragraph 2, you didn't see the word sad. They never mentioned the word sad. But in paragraph 2, they talked about Ozil hunching his back with tears flowing down his cheeks, and then he was wailing. Of course not. You know how he feels. He's obviously not happy. He's obviously not joyful. Even if they don't mention the exact feelings, they gave descriptions of how Ozil looked in paragraph 2, and that description led you to the conclusion that he felt this way. So there could be questions like that. They will not feed you the exact word, but they give you clues inside. Yeah? Like show, not tell. Correct, Ash. Correct. So be careful with that. Number three, they may ask you, of course, there are true or false question. The common pitfall for this type of question is when the question is true, right? Students very lazy, huh? They go and say, let's say the question is, Ash, Ash joined the TikTok live of Writers at Work at 5:30 p.m. So like, oh, I'm pretty sure. I checked the passage. It's actually true. So because it's true, I'm just gonna copy. Ash joined the TikTok live at 5:30 p.m. Cannot. Do not just copy. There are evidences and even proof in the passage. Get the keywords from there. Okay. False, of course, correct what is wrong. Okay, correct what is wrong. Now, there is a very simple one that some students actually lose marks from. Okay, the sequencing. You know the 1, 2, 3 like that. You know why some students get this wrong? You know why? It's because what they usually do is they see the sequence, right? Let's say, for example, Mochi walked, Mochi tripped, Mochi cried. Okay, so sometimes students do not think. They just look at the sentence, they find it in the passage, like, oh, this one appeared first, this one appeared in the middle, and this one appeared in the end. Oh, so that's 1, 2, 3. Do not rely on their positioning in the passage. Sometimes, because of the creativity of the writing, there could be flashbacks, there could be flash forwards. Therefore, I need you to be thinking when doing sequencing. It's not very advisable to just solely rely on their positioning in the passage. Yeah, be careful with that. Okay, and sequencing. And then we also have contextual vocab. Okay, vocab question. Vocab can be contextual and it could be applied. When you say applied, sometimes they ask you for the word. They want you to provide the word, right? They ask you, how did you feel at this part of the passage? And then how did you feel in the end, right? They ask you for the word that you provided. So you need to study adjectives, especially emotions, because it's a commonly tested question and sometimes it's not given in the passage because they want you to give the vocabulary word. Was she disappointed? It's not enough to just say happy, sad, angry, right? Because there are very specific words. It could be that she's disappointed. It could be that she was very hopeful. It could be that she was feeling betrayed, right? So you have to go back and really make sure you have good vocabulary words for emotions and feelings and even personalities and traits. Okay? Contextual vocab is when they ask you for a word, a phrase, or a sentence. If they ask you for a word, follow instructions. One word only. It's a word. When they ask you for a phrase, sometimes they give you the number of words. 4-word phrase, 5-word phrase, 6-word phrase, then follow. Count properly, otherwise you lose the marks. Lastly, sentence from the capital letter all the way to the full stop or the exclamation point or the question mark. Okay? Easy, but normally some students do not properly transfer. You copy properly, word for word, so you spell it correctly and you choose the right words. They read at the passage, but some parts come before the other. Correct. So these are the most common question types in comprehension OE. This goes the same way for secondary students. Your comprehension, just do keep in mind, P6 students, always revise because the moment you reach secondary school, there's no more MCQ for you, no more choices. Everything compre. Yeah, everything you provide the answer. Yeah, it will only get more challenging. Okay, so it's good that you keep revising. Yeah, so these are the types of question. The moment you know what question you're dealing with, it's actually easier to answer the question. So know what types of question they're throwing at you for comprehension open-ended. Okay. Now we are done. Thank you everyone for coming in today. You've all been very strong. Examinations are looming. Why did I press that? So a bit of sacrifice, spend some time revising, but of course don't stress out. Take care of your health and of your sleep. while you are revising. That's very important. And of course, come to our live. We will try our best to give you examination tips now that we are very close to the exams itself. Teacher James and I will prepare. I will try our best to give you the reminders that you need. Okay, Ash, Suchi, boot heels, left eyebrow. Thank you, Sai. Physic. It's physic. I thought it was psychic. Physic. All right. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.